Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for clicking on the video. I ain't feeling the best today. Like headache. What is that? I think water. I'm like, what is this on my hat? I'm gonna try to give you guys high energy. I really don't feel good, but we gotta get it out, so that we're not a week behind like last time, and I have to catch up on a week's worth of videos. Anyway, we're here for PowerBookII Ghost, Season 1, Episode 10. This is the season finale, Heart of Darkness. We open up with Cain getting rid of Ramirez's body. So, like, he's got him wrapped up and everything. He's, like, in some swamp, and he's disposing of the body. At the same time, we see Monet, and she's going to meet with Rico, and, to give him the money or whatever. She came with, some muscle, and his muscle, Rico's muscle, that is, met them at the door. He was waiting on them at the door. And they have a few words, and Rico is very fresh, very much, I had to do it. Sorry, had to shoot up your little club. But, I just couldn't let it slide. And he makes a little advance and everything. And next thing I know, Monet done shot the man. So she kills him. Muscle Man in the back then killed his muscle man. And so they took care of business. Diana picks her up, and they go about their business. But at the same time, we're also seeing Cain with Ramirez, getting rid of the stuff. He got rid of the phone because the phone keeps ringing. And who's calling? Monet. Because, she's calling for Ramirez. He hasn't been answering her phone calls. So I'm sure she's worried, but also, wondering what the hell going on. So when he sees this Monet, he takes the SIM card out and all of that, and he tosses the phone. He ends up taking Ramirez's badge and gun. Yeah. Anyway, Tariq headed to class, and he meets up with, he runs into Lauren, and she's, coming out of the classroom, and there's no class. He didn't get the memo. They're still doing the, investigation, and I could see Tariq's wheels turning in that moment. He was kind of like, investigation? So they still looking into this boy? He's still worried about it all coming back on him and Monet's family and all of that. So he stands there for a second, but he has to get to court. Lauren over there talking about, do you need me to come with you? Tariq fixes his tie. Do you need me to come with you? No, he don't. He needs you to stay right where you at. Go to class. Don't worry about Tariq and his mother and the case or none of that. Lauren, girl. What's the word? She putting 20 on 10. It's like you are asserting yourself, like trying to play a role that doesn't need to be filled. Like you're not his girlfriend. So relax. Stop trying to do the girlfriend thing. And it ain't even a friend thing because they haven't even gotten to know each other as friends like that. So, girl, please. Stop being so damn thirsty. In the interviews, we see Everett going in there to do his little interview with Carrie and Jabari. And Tariq sees him go inside as well. So, of course, he's even more worried. Because if Everett's in there, he knows exactly who he is. Drew's name can't be brought. Nobody's name can be brought up. So I'm sure he's thinking, I hope this nigga don't go in there and just run his mouth. Because he was there firsthand and saw what happened to Zeke, the aftermath and all of that, what Drew did, all of that. So I'm sure that was worrisome seeing him going in there. It's like, what the hell he gonna say? They asked him about that night, and he's sitting up there all nervous and guilty looking and can't get his story straight. It's just, it's all bad. It's all bad. I'm like, he gonna mess up the thing. He is gonna mess it up for everybody because he don't know what to say. He didn't get his story together before going in there and just laying it all out. He brings up Zeke being there. He brings up Drew, then tries to recant. It's all bad. Carrie, knowing what she knows, she's kind of leading him a little bit. She's like, so is it safe to say you were drunk? Like, so yeah, you were drunk. You were probably very drunk. You probably don't really remember correctly. She's kind of leading him down the path, of don't bring Zeke into this, because, that's her man. After the interview, Zeke pops up wanting to talk in private with Carrie. And, Jabari looking like, private? He grabbing her by the back of her, by the back of her arm. And you know how you grab a young lady that you're intimate with, by the back of the arm like that. And Jabari picked up on it, and we all clocked it too. And he's standing up there, mouth open for real. not a figure of speech. His mouth was open. So yeah, now it's safe to say it ain't Tariq that she's sleeping with. You can rest assured it's Zeke. In the office with Carrie. So they talking, y'all, when Carrie took off her little schmuck and she had, a cold shoulder at work. Okay, this is risque, in the professional setting. But your hips and sides out, where they do that at? Like, I ain't never seen none of my professors' side body piece. Like, let alone a shoulder. What you doing, Carrie? Why did you wear that to work? She's just... Anyway, she's still on some come forward, with what She's trying to protect him and trying to, get him to trust her and all that. But, girl, you asking too many questions. You don't need to know everything. Fall back. Just relax. She's almost like on a lawyer. She was a lawyer in a former life. She was a prosecuting attorney. And so it's like she's taking on Zeke, in this whole situation, like she's his attorney. She's giving him legal advice pretty much. And she knows from a legal standpoint, what's coming down the pipe. So I'm sure it's good he got her in his corner, but she's also not worried about the trickling down effect. It's like, yeah, Zeke is cool. And she also had a whole conversation with Mary, and Mary told her, if you come back on Zeke, I'm coming on you. I'm coming to you. Ooh, that didn't sound right. Pause. If you come back on Zeke, it's going to all fall back on you. Let's put it like that. I had to pause because that sounded so sexual. Okay? And we don't want that. Jabari listening to the whole conversation, because they're gonna she end up kissing and all of that. But anyway, Jabari over there in his office listening at the wall, and when he gets off, of course he has to look up some things. So he gets on the internet and gets on the school website and sees a picture. So convenient. He sees a picture of the Tejada family, basically, up in the stands at the homecoming game. And he also sees Tariq there. So that's his, that's his confirmation that Tariq is involved in drug activity. And it involves that family as well. Back at the hospital, Drew is in recovery. He's going to make it. And Kane just drops by. He drops by, of course, after everybody leaves. But he drops by, and Drew is, of course, angry. What you doing here? Because I thought that if I wasn't with you, I was against you. So now you care about me being shot? That's exactly how he said it. And I had to rewind it like, come on, New York accent. The classy one, So now you care that I'm shot? Yes, he cares that you shot, Drew. He cares because he's trying to figure out what he can do to fix the problem. His problem is Tariq. He thinks Tariq is going to solve. If Tariq is gone, all of the problems are going to be solved. And he is wrong. I'm losing natural light. I can see it like, get a little dim. I like the lighting, but I like my natural light coming in from the window right there. Anyway, he's still singing that same song. Let's get rid of Tariq. Tariq is the problem. Blah, blah, blah. And what's the face? Drew ends up mentioning Ramirez. You know, like Ramirez gonna handle it. Don't even worry about it. And we ain't never need that nigga. And Drew was like, need it. So pass it. Where's Officer Ramirez came? Came like where he need to be. Up the river. Up the river. That's where he at. And he knows, he should know that that's going to be an even bigger problem for him. But oh well. Kane don't listen. Tasha, back at her, you know, we dealing with her case. And Riley's in the building. Bitch. She's there. They call Tariq to the stand. And Sax really think he got, you know, he really think he finna just slam dunk it. Nope. He asked if James was abusive towards his mother, if he ever witnessed it. And, you know, Tariq says he never witnessed it, but he's, you know, heard stories. Then he asked, did you see your mother at Truth the night that your father was murdered? And Tariq says, no, but I saw you that night with a gun. And everybody, that's everybody in the peanut gallery. And the judge too, she like, do tell. So what else is going on? Tariq just starts, Tariq is really, he spins it on him, you know, like he's a hostile witness, if you will. He's, you know, Sax is asking him these questions and Tariq is just firing it right back at him. You know, like, yeah, but I saw you there with a gun. And Sax like, I don't know about no gun, but I was there on official business. Oh, so was it also official business when you was following me? Or when I got drugged? There's a video out there that when he caught me over there at the grave site, I was drugged that night. So, I mean, was that official business? And the judge is like, whoa. Flag on the play in my chambers. Yeah. So, yeah, that ain't gonna work. Tariq, good job, Tariq. I was so proud of him. Way to go. Way to go. That's how you do it. Tariq bringing up the fact that he was at the gravesite, that was his smoke. That was Sax's smoking gun. You know, like, and Tariq has laid it all out. Anything that you was going to try to, you know, pin him with, you know, I guess back him into a corner with, it ain't work because he laid it all out. He, you know, aired out his own tea, basically, so that you couldn't, you know, confront him with it and try to have him stumped on the stand. Not today. And of course, you know, now the judge is, you know, looking around like, what the heck going on? And we're going to have a talk in the chambers. We got to have a talk. Judge want answers. And, of course, Tariq is like, I can tell you who all with the shits. I can tell you. I got names, dates. I got you, Judge. Before he can do all that, though, Davis is like, can we get a little break? Can I speak to you in the chambers? And, you know, she's like, okay, we'll get a little 10-minute recess. Come on back here to my chamber so we can talk about this. In the judge's chambers, Davis, of course, walks in wanting a mistrial. And she's like, it's going to be something, but it ain't going to be no mistrial. Y'all going to tell me what's going on right now. You're going to explain right now. And then Stephen Knothead ass walk in there and put the judge out. It's like, damn, he really is the powers that be. Or he worked for him. Because he came in there and told her, listen, beat it. Beat it, lady. And she's like, ugh. She tries to, you know, answer. Do you want to get back in your seat? You know, when it's time for elections? Do you want your seat back? Okay, so beat it. Scram. And so that's what she does. He's like, you know, the DNC is now in a pickle because they don't have nobody to take the fall for the drug business or killing St. Patrick's, killing James. So, like, they're in a bind. And the DNC ain't happy about that. So, Stephen Knothead asked, you know, he's like, okay, he's reading both Davis and Sax, you know. You ain't no good, you sneaky, and you don't follow the rules, you know. That sort of thing. You have no morals or whatever. He's chastising them for their, you know, dealings together and trying to be underhanded with this whole thing. Davis asked, okay, well, what can we do for you? What can we do at this point? And so they sit down with Tasha and basically tell her, Tariq is there as well, and they basically offer them a deal. Tasha, we gonna drop the charges and all of that. All you got to do is never speak of it again and go into witness protection. And she's like, witness protection? Okay, my whole family going. No, not the whole family. You think we putting you and Tariq in WITSEC? No, not happening. You and your daughter can go. You and Yaz can go. But Tariq, no, he's staying here, right here in New York. And you're going to write a statement saying that it was Tommy Egan. That's out. Tasha ain't no snitch. But she agrees, she gives the verbal agreement and all of that. So they drop the charges and let her free right then and there. Saxe thinks it's a little premature, to make these kind of decisions. And of course, Stephen Knothead ass, tells him, listen, you going to resign first thing in the morning anyway. That's that. That's your job. That's that. Cut your losses and get out while you still have, an okay reputation, while you still can go get a job somewhere else. Before they leave, though, Tasha tells Tariq, listen, we running. I ain't snitching on Tommy, but we running. So pack your stuff and be ready. When she leaves, she gets escorted out by her, her favorite CO. She just talking cash shit the whole way. I see you next time. See you when you get back, girl. Girl, fuck you. She gets there, and Davis got the press out there. He want her to say a few words, and so she does off script. Because of course he shove a script in her face. Yeah, this is what she gonna say. You gonna say this right here, and she like, no. I'm glad to be out. Glad to be with my family. Peace. Hold on. Okay, Tasha. She talks to Tariq and she tells him, listen, I'm dead out there. If Tommy finds me, he's out there. I don't trust it. I'm not snitching on him, so we have to run. Brayden walking to class, and Riley walk up trying to talk, and of course he's ignoring her. She's trying to explain herself. Listen, Tariq is a bad guy. His family, blah, 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 blah. And Brayden's like, girl, I'm a dope dealer too. They ain't say that, but that's how he be looking at her like, girl, you don't even know my life, and you standing up here talking about my best friend. We two peas in a pod. We the feathers that flock together. Okay? So don't come for him like that. She was trying to get back in, trying to make nice and all of that, and Brayden ain't having it. They're done. They are done. Zeke pulls up on Tariq looking for Drew, and because Drew isn't answering any of Zeke's calls. Drew isn't answering any of my calls. That's how he was looking this whole scene. Drew isn't answering my calls. His name was brought up in the investigation. I don't know what to do. I think we should go to the police. Because if we go to the police now, then blah, blah, blah. He's such a dumbass. Like, I don't know if it's acting or what, but I hate it when he makes that stupid face. That's how he be looking. Just dumb. Just cheap. Just cheap. Anyway. Of course, Tariq, we not doing none of that. We not going to the police. We not dropping that. We not doing none of that. You need to calm down and stop worrying. Stop worrying about it. And he leaves and he warns Tariq. He's like, listen, you just better watch your back, because Drew's name was brought up. Like, you just better watch your back. Like, and you should have stayed away from, I wish you would have stayed away from my auntie like I told you to. Now that was the truth. Tariq ends up meeting with Diana and tells her, Zeke is in the dark about Drew being shot. And Diana's like, yeah, of course, because, Monet, keeps that sort of thing, away from him. She keeps him steering clear from the drug business and the repercussions, all of that. He don't need to know what's going on. Because they don't want him mixed up in anything. Then Tariq I think Tariq asked about, yeah, he asked about, involving Ramirez, and Diana's like, Ramirez is dead. Like, she's like, don't make me say it. Ramirez is out. He's out. Diana is worried, of course, everybody's still scared of Kane and all of that. And Tariq, I'm gonna protect you. I got you. I'll always protect you. What? Tariq? Okay. Anyway, Tariq leaving class and gets a text from Jabari. Come see me. He always with that come see me. Excuse me. You ain't my damn daddy. You need to come a little bit more correct. How about, hey, good afternoon. Are you free to meet this afternoon in my office? That's what you do, professor. Don't just be busting through my text messages with some come see me. Come see these. I ain't coming to see nobody, Jabari. I got a party to go to. I got papers to write. I got stuff to do. I got to get to the calf. I can't come see you. Anyway, he runs into Brayden. And, Brayden tells him about his run-in with Riley and all of that. And Tariq, is like, well, what do you think? Because he's like, she's saying all this stuff about your family and about you killed your dad and all of that. He's like, what do you think? I'm going to use the Jedi mind trick on him. Reverse psychology. Brayden's like, I don't believe it. I don't believe her. She's the snake. I'm loyal to you. So Brayden is loyal. We like Brayden. Because he ain't swayed at all when it comes to, listen, that's his road dog. You ain't about to tell him nothing about Tariq. That's his friend. He's loyal. Kiss my entire ass if you're trying to say otherwise. Tasha's out now. So, of course, that means that Tariq really don't need money the way that, he was making it seem like he was just in such dire need of all this money so that he could help his mom's case and pay her lawyers and all of that. Now she don't have no lawyers to pay, so he really don't need to be doing it. But he tells Brayden, listen, I don't know. It's kind of hot right now. I don't know if I'm going to be back. And even if I'm not back, maybe you could just take over. And that he going to be ghost for real. He finna have Brayden as the face of the whole operation. He finna have Brayden doing all the work while he, orchestrates and pulls all the strings in the background like his dad. Tariq goes to see Jabari, and then Jabari wants to talk to him, about the investigation, and he tells them, right now we're looking into Zeke, but we also have our eyes on Drew, who's his cousin. Do you know him? And Tariq looks at the picture. No, I don't know him. It might sound crazy, but I don't know this man. And Jabari is, looking at him like, listen, you ain't got to lie to kick it. You ain't got to lie, Craig. I know you know him, and I know you've been selling drugs for the Tejada family. I know this. But I can help you if you help me. Like, scratch my back and I'll scratch yours. I'll keep it all under wraps. I ain't no agent for the police. No way. So I'm writing a book. With your consent, I would love to write a book about you. Even though he's already written it, sent it up, all of that. He just needs an ending. And he tells basically, Tariq, if you sell me your story, and I'll give you a cut of it. Of the profit or whatever. And Tariq doesn't agree right off the bat or anything like that, but he gives him, that's something you can stew on and think on. Otherwise, I would hate for everybody to find out what all I know about you. So that's that. Oh, while they're talking, Detective Laz Alonso walks in. One man says, oh, so what's going on here? And Jabari, because Jabari ain't no agent for the police, like, for real. Oh, that's just one of my students. We just having a little meeting about a paper. You can make up the paper next time. Go ahead and we'll talk tomorrow. So they get out of it. Tariq is, still, he's not on the FBI, or excuse me, he's not on the police department's radar. Not, after coming out of Jabari's office. It looked more like a student advisor type of situation and not one of those interviews. Back at the bar, Tasha meets with Monet. Tasha was beat, okay? She already got her good garments on. She goes to meet with Monet, and Tasha tells her, I'm putting my family back together. You know, I thank you, appreciate you for looking out, but I got it from here. You know, Monet is looking like, the hell, you not. He mine now. I know he said he would always choose you. And it looked like Tasha was getting to her, you know, like mother to mother, woman to woman. But Monet seems like she always has to, like, I got to tighten up. I can't be soft. I got to be hard. Be hard. Be hard. And so she's like, I'm sorry, but he said he'd always choose you, but he's mine now. This is the life he chose, period. Grown man, he can do what he want. You know, so then she tries to flip it and she's cold again. But she got a heart. She got a heart. And a soft one at that. And all of a sudden, somebody starts shooting up the place again. And, you know, Tasha's like, what the fuck is going on in here? When the shots, you know, die down, she looks, you know, out the window and sees the car speeding off. It's the blue Mustang. So it's Tommy out there. So yeah, Tommy is after you, girl. She already know who it is and what it's about and all of that. Tariq is in his room, I guess, packing. I don't know what he's doing, but he in his room and Tasha busts in. We gotta go. He just shot up the bar. I was there. He almost tried to kill me and Monet. We got to go now. Tariq is kind of stalling a little bit, you know, because he ain't got that money. Well, he's still thinking about, you know, getting in cahoots with Jabari for that money. But, you know, so he has to stall a little bit. And Tariq, and Tasha's just not trying to hear it. We got to leave now. We need to go right this minute. Tariq feels like she's being a little hasty. He says he can buy them a little bit of time. You know, he gives her a burner and tells her, you know, put my number in and all of that. I'll be calling you on it. Just stay tuned. Stay close by. Monet and Lorenzo, they having a visit. And Lorenzo tells her, you know, you need to make up with Kane. You need him. He's your muscle. And of course she's like, I'm not letting him back in after all this mess he's doing. Like, no, he's not the solution. What you need to be doing is finding Ramirez. Find him. That's who I need. And Lorenzo was like, and that better be work related. Talking about Lorenzo, who you need. Talking about Ramirez, who you need. It better be work related. That's all I know. That's all I know. You better not be sleeping with Ramirez. That's what she doing. That's what she doing, Lorenzo. So, shit. Oh, well. Kane, he back at the GTG headquarters knocking some broad down, and Monet busts in, get the fuck up, get out of here. So she talked to Kane, you know, she about all of her disappointments and all that. She's always coming for him. It's always the same thing with both of them. You're doing too much out here in these streets. You're just doing a lot. And she's like, maybe it's my fault that you're this way. Blah, blah, blah. Yes, it's your fault. You turn him into the monster that he is. And now you're surprised he out here doing monster-like behavior. I don't get it, Monet. Kane ends up, of course, they have the back and forth, and he ends up, you know, hinting at the fact that he killed. Did he tell her this? Let me make sure, because I don't want no mess. Yeah, I think she did. I think he did tell Monet or allude to the fact that he killed Ramirez. You know, he's still hung up on this Tariq crap. And Monet's like, I can trust Tariq. He's loyal. I can't trust you. Bye. Then we hear many men wish death upon me. We hear a little 50 Cent. And we see Tariq walking, and I see him walking around the Mustang, and I'm thinking, okay, so where is Tommy? I thought Tommy was in the car at first, but he's out there waiting on him. He walking the block, you know, and Tommy comes out there. At the same time, Tariq texts Jabari, you know, that he's in, but he needs an advance on the money. Tommy comes out talking shit. Listen, I done promised your daddy I wouldn't kill you, but your mama is dead. She's a dead woman walking. I'm just letting you know. Have a good time with your mama. Tell your mama to get her affairs in order because she's dead as soon as I see her. Hot one. Putting a hot one in her as soon as I see her. And, Tariq is like, listen, can we just work this out? That's my mama and I need her. Like, come on. Don't kill my mama. I got an idea. I got a plan that'll help us all. No strings attached. And Tommy's like, all right, you got 2 minutes. Go for broke, nigga. He ain't say nigga. Tommy know better. Then we see Sax. He's sleeping with his colleague. Ill. Anyway, they in there getting down, and he gets a text about Tommy being, back in the city and his mother's BMW being reported stolen. So he got to go. Tasha, she out shopping, and then she get in the car, and then we see that Sax is in her back seat. So it's a ruse. They're waiting on, they're trying to bring Tommy out because they know he following her. They know all of it. He's after her. They're just trying to get him. So she, does what she's told, drives around the block a little bit. And Tommy notices the police, the people following him. And Tasha's job, when she gets to the stop sign, she's supposed to just gun it. And so she does. And, now Tommy is running, and now they got to, give chase and all of that. And Tommy runs into this wall or something. It blows up the car. It was obvious that it was, a scheme that Ty set up, because ain't no way in the world ain't no way in the world Tommy dead. I know that this is how we're trying to wrap up the whole little thing, and there was no need to wrap up his storyline. I thought we did that, but we wrapping it up one more time. And he, his car is blown up, so he's blown up. At least that's what Sax and the rest of the FBI are thinking. Tariq meets with Jabari, and he's texting Tasha at the same time, because they're pressed for time. So, she's wondering, do you have the money? We got to go. But he meets with Jabari, and Jabari, is going to give him the money and hands him the money, but he got more questions. See, this is his problem. Because Tariq said to him, I got to go. Can this wait? Like, I got to go meet my mom. I got to do something with my mom. I don't really have time to talk. But no. He got to ask questions with his dumb ass. So he asked, I just got to know, who did the boy in the pool? And Tariq, before he could even answer, Kane jump from behind the trees and shoot the man in the stomach. And, he's like, I knew you was a snitch. Oh, snitch ass. I knew it. I knew the family couldn't trust you. You was plotting all along, rat. And Tariq is like, plotting? What? Wait a minute. I'm on y'all side. Like, what are you talking about? He talks him down completely. Gives him a whole little solution to their little problem and everything, because Jabari on the ground bleeding out. And so Tariq is like, just give me the gun. Is that Ramirez's gun? And you out here using it. Listen, just give it to me. Just give me the gun, and I'll handle all this. I'll take care of all of this. He's apprehensive, Kane, that is. He's apprehensive, but he gives over the gun and lets Tariq handle the situation. And he walks away. And when he walks away, Jabari begging for his life. Don't do it. Just call the police. Don't do it. So Tariq standing over Jabari. Jabari sitting there begging for his life. Of course, Tariq just shoots him. Shoots him dead in the head. And shoots him twice. And from the trees, from the woods, we see Kane, and with a big grin on his face, because now Tariq has really proven himself to him. Carrie, she at home fool out line with Zeke, and it's almost like that, almost like in that moment that Jabari was killed, she knew it. But she was reading a email from him that said, I was wrong about you, but you were right about me. Can we talk later? Zeke is there, so he's a distraction, and, they end up smashing again, because that's what they do. Sax packing up his office, and Davis, Method Man, comes in there and offers him a job to work with him. Of course, Sax is like, work with you? Yeah, come work with me. Look at how much money you can make working with me. And you work with them on the other side. Come on over here to this side, to the dark side where the money reside. And he give him the figure. I'm sure it's impressive. Saxon must be going to work with Davis Method Man. But anyway, Tariq, we see him talking to Tommy, letting him know the plan was successful, that the feds think that he is dead. So, you ain't got to concern yourself with Tasha. You don't have to come back and try to kill my mama. We not going to testify. Tommy's sitting outside his mama house. Tasha, that is, sitting outside Tasha's house. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm on the turnpike right now. No, he not. He out there waiting on your mama. So he asked, are y'all going to still run? Yep, we still running. Again, on Tariq's face, I could see his wheels turning. He's really good at that now. He makes another call to somebody telling him that he needs their help. Then we see Tasha. She's visiting Raina before they leave. She at the gravesite. And Tariq walks up. They supposed to be going together. He worried about where's Yaz. Yaz gonna stay with Big Mama because she ain't about this life and she got a chance. Like, they ain't finna be doing nothing but running anyway. running from one place to the next because Tommy's not gonna stop looking for her. And also, by the way, Tommy is out there at the cemetery hiding behind somebody's grave, getting ready to take out Tasha. But before he can do that, the feds come rolling up, and we gotta get you now, Tasha, because we got a tip that there was another threat on your life, which there was. So they had to come get her and scoop her up right this minute. And of course she's like, what did you do? She's crying and carrying, and it's very sad. It's very sad because it's obvious this is it. We're not gonna see Tasha no more. Because she going into witness protection. I mean, we got a whole season of Tasha over the phone, and like they can't keep doing that. So yeah, this is it for her. So it was bittersweet. Once she leaves, then Tommy busts out, choking him out, what did you do? You done messed this up again. But listen, I'm on your mama's ass. and when I catch up to her, I'm a killer. And he's like, I figured you would say that. But before he can do anything, he got a gun in his head. It's Monet. So Monet disarms him. Tommy's like, who the fuck is this taking my gun? Oh, me, Monet Tejada. That's who. She ain't playing no games with him. They basically make him leave town. Tariq has already handled getting his ride in order. His ride pull up. Tommy ain't got no choice but to be out. So this is Tommy's ending. He tells him, you ain't never gonna see me again. Don't even worry about it. We never gonna see each other again. Cause Tariq be on some Uncle Tommy, and Tommy like, I ain't your damn uncle. That's dead. When you killed your daddy, that was it for us. Ain't no Uncle Tommy. You're dead to me. When he leaves though, of course, what's her face? Monet, they talk, he hands over the little money that he got, and they square, they good. He's basically a part of the family now, like for real, because she's it. I mean, his grandmother and Yaz are still around, but I'm sure we're not gonna see any of them. Yeah, Tariq got a whole new family now, the Tejada family. Tariq really grew up. Like, he really grew up. We really watched a transformation happen with him. And I'm impressed. I'm impressed with the actor that plays him. As well as, I like the progression of Tariq. He still got these love triangles going on. I don't know, Lauren, I don't know about that situation. He kind of be curving her a little bit. And, I think he really, really, really likes her, but she ain't about that life. And it ain't gonna do nothing but turn her off and run her away. Diana, however, is about that life. She knows all about all of this. And, she's probably the better fit. Then you got Effie over there at Yale. I think that should just be a business situation because, like you said, he don't even trust her. So that's that. That's it for PowerBook. It was, the season picked up this go round. That first half was real slow, but this 5 through 10, oh yeah, y'all did that. You did that, Courtney. I feel like my little headache went away a little bit. Just a little bit. So, all right. Anyway, be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's Call Me Busby, and I'll chat with you later. Peace and light.